What's up, people? It's the Koopa Loopa Doopa with Super. Mark here, and the quest on the line today is indeed the Druid. You can see I got my main cosplay right here. And essentially we're gonna do the Druid quest. There are 3 of them after the main quest to get even more powerful. And to combine with that today on our podcast topics, I'm gonna talk to you on how to get even more dangerously powerful yourselves while relating it to this wonderful Druid quest. There's basically 4 steps to the power cycle, 4 pertinent pillars as you grow yourself to be a dangerous level character over here in IRL and of course in Dragon Quest. But before we get into the specifics of the quest line here, I did start off with some good old classic Twilight stage, because this is going to be a little bit eerie of a connection here. Twilight Realm type shit. You know, guys, I know to do the crazy analogies, comparisons, and whatnot. So we're showing off Esperlode and Kitsunero VT. We love them, we love them. Fox Girl and Fake Cat Girl Supremacy, you know what I'm saying? And without further ado, I suppose I will start the explanation of the quest line. So the first factor of this quest, so level 100, Divination Ceremony. If you want to follow along, it is quest 701. So you go basically to the hideout, because that's where it all starts, right? Of course, you got to go to the hideout. And we basically just need to get 2 talismans. But the main pillar of this quest is that you must do it solo. You can't have these wonderful women with you. You can't have your awesome pet with you. Nobody can be there but you and the spirits, right? And that's one of the main pillars of being strong, guys. When you're strong, you gotta say no. You gotta say no. That's probably one of the most powerful things you can do, you know? And yeah, so as far as this compares to like YouTube or whatever, you know, you can't say yes to every stream, you know what I'm saying? If you say yes to every stream, you definitely can't be sitting at your computer just chatting there if you want to grow and invest. And in real life, you can't say yes to every, you know, request that your friends do. You know, maybe your grandparents need some help and you gotta go help them instead. You know, maybe your grandparents need some help and you gotta say no to them too, because you gotta do other important things. But whether it is, you know, you have to have your priorities straight, which means you must start saying no. More often than not, the no's will open doors for more people saying yes to you when you need it. And it's a little weird how it works. It's a little weird how it works, but people respect a no a lot more than a flaky yes. And of course, our second one is going to be fairly obvious for what we're doing on the quest here. Since you are solo, we have to get 2 talismans. The light side of the talisman collection process thingy or whatever. It involves basically fighting like a regular enemy, but he's going to be protected by another very, very strong enemy in this particular battle. And it is about like 2-on-1, so it's not the easiest. I do fail at it once. And then, of course, we have another boss fight as well that I'll get into that relates to a little bit of the other ones. But this right here, just you have to be strong. You have to be capable of violence. You have to have a little bit of teeth on you right here, because I'd say the second boss is more of a puzzle. This first boss is just like you got to show off that you can just get the job done, you know, by yourself, brass tacks, hands to the wall. And the Druid it definitely can. It's got some good time skills, but you really need to utilize your spirits the way they're supposed to be utilized to keep yourself alive. So being capable of violence doesn't mean you're just out there, you know, peacocking and trying to fight everybody at the bar. It means like the true strength that people are looking for is that balanced and calm anger, and that's essentially what you need for defeating that enemy. You can't just, like, I have Dan out right now. If you would summon Dan for those enemies, it would not work. You need the calming mind of a Kashimi or yeah. So essentially what I'm saying is to truly be dangerous, you kind of have to have like a feminine spirit in some ways. But yeah, this may be a little bit too advanced for you guys. So we're gonna gloss over that one. We're gonna come back to that in a different episode, because I feel some people get a little uncomfortable. I'm losing you. But yeah, we'll start the quest after we're done with the wonderful Twilight stage. We're actually almost finished here, because this is just the first one. I did plan to do the second one after the quest, but I got lazy, and we're already at 30 minutes. I'm trying to make a video that people will watch, and for some reason, if it's 45 to an hour, you guys just won't do it. You're just like, oh, 15 minutes, you'll fucking do it. And I have a 7-minute video that I think people are gonna watch as well. But yeah, I'm experimenting with different video times. I say 30 minutes. I really want to try and see, because I think a lot of people do enjoy those. But yeah, that is our Twilight stage. We're going to start the quest now and head over to Karamui. And for our third one, that's going to relate to the boss that is happening right now. Or is not happening right now, but is going to happen at the end of the part here, right? So I'll go ahead and explain the number 3 aspect here because I don't know if I'm going to have a full amount of time to get all the words out. So I'll lay down the law here, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll go through the quest line and I'll keep relating it. But essentially this boss, it's not really like a difficulty or like a health check. It's more of a puzzle boss, right? It gives you a certain skill set that it's working with, and it wants you to figure out which spirit to use to defeat it. So there's a section where you have to use the fighter spirit to do, you know, multiple hits on him. There's a section where you need the healer spirit to do ice spells or just heal a little bit more on him. Or is there a section where you need to do the Danny Muru, the magic spirit to do like some big magic damage on him, right? So it all depends on what he's doing, and then you sort of wait to attack when his weakness is exposed. It's one of those. It honestly reminds me a little bit of like a Mario boss or like a Zelda boss or something like that, because it really interacts with the mechanics more than just being a regular MMO fodder, do the thing and hit him and then dodge the thing, right? So that relates to our third aspect of becoming dangerous in real life, is becoming a good speaker. And every good speaker knows that you have to cater to your audience. You have to know your audience, right? And some people just can't connect with some people. I'm gonna say it like that. You know, it's like there's a certain level of speech and just a way of talking and appealing that you have to do to communicate to some groups. This is a true thing. Is if you talk down or up or sideways or whatever, it's just going to like bounce off and you're going to make zero progress, and you're probably going to make things worse than you actually want them. And that relates to a lot of the Thunder Gods. I feel like, you know, we usually develop type C personalities, so we end up capitulating to, you know, whatever energy is most prominent, whatever energy is most popular around us, whatever energy the group is widely accepting. We, you know, as a type C personality, Thunder God Druids, we're just kind of like, yeah, we'll adapt that one. I'll take 5 of that, saw. You know, and it can sometimes work for you, but at the same time, if you're too wrapped up in the capitulating and people pleasing, it's really gonna keep you like cryo frozen and sort of stuck in a progression loop. You really won't be able to go far. Just constantly people pleasing, because a lot of us, like I said, we have the ability to go anywhere. So you kind of have to decide which way you want to lock in on, because if you don't, you'll kind of be stuck in the middle of everything. And it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling when you realize it's like I've just made progression. You know, I've red maged myself into a horrible damage build, but I can switch to every class. You know, like, see, that's the thing though. I really do like Dragon Quest because it allows you to get that horizontal building that still allows you to be a very good vertical character. Still doing a lot of damage, and it's probably just because the game's super easy. But I don't know. I'm getting slowly more in depth into the mechanics. So, like I said, the first part of this quest, getting our first talisman. So it's like the yin and the yang members of the tribe helping us together to get the full power of the druid, right? So I forget what her name is, but the yang side, the light side, wants us to take on a beast solo. Like I said, you got to say no to your friends, and you have to essentially just defeat him and his little cohort here in the field. I was thinking next time I might cut this down and make this slightly smaller than 30 minutes, but I've already started the commentary, and I kind of don't want to cut it after I already have the footage, so I probably won't. I might make a few edits here and there, but yeah. The Kobukino, it's one of the robots. I think it's one of the robot recolors, right? So I'll go ahead and show you where this map is while I explain to you the fourth and last trait, okay? And this one really is it's gonna be a funny one, because this is kind of like, it ties into the entire thing together here. Wraps it all up in a nice little bow for you, and gives you basically the steps to even move forward, because I feel like this last one is something that you can constantly grow. And you can constantly grow it because the world's constantly trying to fuck with you. Ha 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 ha! Crash out, motherfucker! Crash out, motherfucker! Alright, so the last one makes you dangerous, makes you disturbing, makes people be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I can't stand him. Why is he so dangerous? Get out of your feelings. Get out of your fucking feelings. That is the thing, guys. If we just decide, if we just say, fuck it, I don't care, I'm gonna stay consistent, I will grow, I will do my non-negotiables every day, and I don't really care what people say. They can talk. I want them to talk, you know? I want them to do their thing, you know? Do your thing, please, yes! Keep going! Oh my god, look at you! Damn, ah! If I say that, increases the danger level dramatically. Increases your damage dramatically, because a lot of people will always talk about this care thing, like, you know, it's good to care, you know, caring too much is also bad, but, you know, it's good to truly come in and give someone the light that they need, you know, hope and whatnot. But strategically, for survival, you got to know how to disconnect. You have to know how to just not, you know, stare into the abyss of what doesn't serve you in order to get those non-negotiables out until you're able to, you know, actually enact change that maybe positively affects the way that comes off in life to you and to others. But until then, you know, you have to sort of avert your eyes, if you will, and you just have to get out of your emotions and your feelings and just get the work done. Just chop wood, carry water. You know, that's really all it takes to get to the top. It's crazy. It's crazy because a lot of people doubt the consistency, and of course, it's not going to do anything if you're not holding it the right way. That's always what I say. And without, like, almost all of these, you know, you definitely need a couple, but without almost all of these, the consistency really won't do shit. Because, like, you imagine, like, if I was consistent, but I didn't say no to anyone, so it's like, how are you really consistent? Like, you're consistent in doing other people's shit. And, you know, if you're consistent, but you're not capable of violence, anybody can take you off your path with just, you know, a little push, a gentle breeze, you know, if you're not really about the life. Because a lot of people are going to come try to usurp you and take you down along the path to success, any path to success, really. So that's another thing. Another thing, and of course I didn't get the fucking item there the first time, so now I have to fight the evil version. I think you always have to fight like two, but yeah, essentially, there's supposed to be a stronger crazy person that spawns as well, and that's when you definitely need to have that capable of violence right there, and sort of select the right spirit to keep you alive while the monsters pester you. Especially if you do this at level 100. Of course, you can do this at any level above 100. There are two other quests, though. You have to do one at 110 and one at 120. So I prefer to do it at this time. It makes it, you know, a little bit challenging, a little bit more interesting. But yeah, you need that capability of violence at all times so you don't get thrown off course. And then, of course, the being a great speaker, it involves consistency too. In some ways, I feel like that's just the main way you develop in any course, in any field. You have to know how to communicate your values, and on top of that, you got to know how to connect with a lot of different communities. And of course, if you do that, you got to have like a different tone in different places. You know, you need a certain level of discernment for what actually is going to help you in the future, you know, speaking to them this way and what's not. So I would believe, yeah, all of this kind of ties into the last and, of course, most important, to just get out of your feelings so you can be consistent. But yeah, that's all you really need to be successful, guys. It's just consistency and, of course, the drive and the purpose to do more and push yourself forward even when it hurts. That's the true meaning of being dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole successful thing that people are looking for. But really, success is something that we just decide. You know, we're just like, I'm gonna be successful now. And that's about all that is, really. I don't think there's any other way that you can view it, as long as you're here to validate yourself and yourself only. Yeah, the success is just you being better than who you were yesterday. And you're not going to be able to consistently do that without first getting a little bit dangerous. Yeah, baby, yeah, baby. Oh, looks like Metal Slime Time is on now. That's pretty cool. We're not going to do that today. We are not MMO sleeping right now. And of course I miss. Get over here, Slimy. Oh, you're a little wily boy, aren't you? You're a little wily boy, aren't you? You're gonna take my flower, man. You're gonna take my flower. Good luck. Oh, yeah. I got you, bitch. All right. Little metal slime detour there. I think this next one I'll be able to... Well, this next one actually might be when I die. Strangely enough. Funnily enough. I think it's just me just checking my quest log to see if this is, like, the right guy. And then I'm like, fuck it, I know he's the right guy. And there it is. There it is. So we have to kill this big old sun bro. We have to kill our sun bros. Come on, man. I told you we have to say no. We have to say no, okay? This is a true utilitist thing, okay? If you want to be dangerous, this is what must happen, okay? This is what must happen. The sun bro must be taken down. But of course, our first attempt is not really going to be as beautiful as we think here. I tried to summon Dan, which was certainly the wrong move. Because Dan does not heal me. Dan revives me. Dan does not heal me. I need a woman. I don't know how you thought you could take down Sunbro with a dude. That's kind of like crazy. That was really dumb, right? But you do need the woman spirit. You need the feminine spirit for this. He does okay damage, but he's more like a fire fighter. You know what I'm saying? So if he does his actual fire moves, it's really not gonna work. And we are so low on health. Oh my god! Summon the healing spirit. You don't have a heal. You don't have a heal, bro. Come on, go. Ooh, dodge. Come on. Don't attack him again. I'm looking for a heal. I don't have a heal. He doesn't have any heals. I don't know why I looked for that for so long. So if you equip the fan, then you have a regen. That's the one heal with this entire freaking class. I think Spirit Zone is for MP recovery, so that's not even a heal either. And then I tried to give her like the big revive. It didn't work. It didn't help. He did a lot of damage with that, and we are dead. And we are dead. We are train food. But you see, a brother always bounce back, baby. And look, we got one guy right there. So once again, I have no heals, but I'm pretty confident that I have him this time. So once again, this is just you showing your capabilities of violence. And I feel like it's even better since we have this big battle with a bunch of people in it. Ergo the middle slimes. We have middle slime time on now. To really show you guys that it's a different kind of battle, you know? It's one of, I'd say not necessarily damage amounts, but endurance. That's what every battle is in life, man, you know? The person who wins is the person who stays in the ring every time, every day, so. But this Sun Bro battle will not last too long here. As you can see, when we have our healer out, and we have our Warrior of Justice working the rounds, right? We can just casually attack from the sidelines, you know? We're getting the heals, it's fine. You know, Sunbro's doing damage, but it's okay. It's okay. Sunnyside eggs are getting scrambled with this Saturn ringed ass. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Absolutely delicious. And there you go. So that's the Yang Chao number 1. You know? Capable of violence. Boom bam. That's it. And now, like I said, for the last side of the Druid, you have to be a good speaker. You have to be able to weave a story, blend through a tale, you know, string together something to motivate people, to give them hope in whatever future that you see. Because that's the thing, guys. You can't be a great speaker without great vision, unless you kind of want to be, I don't know, I suppose like a weirdo, phony, loney actor, which is, of course, I'm not gonna mince words here, man. There's a lot of what wins in Hollywood, you know. There's a lot of what wins in show business, baby, because it's show business. It's a fake it till you make it kind of thing, but that's not the way I was taught to act. Not even, you know, not even trying to make a pun there, but yeah, I went to a few different acting schools, and it's not really a method acting thing, but it's a feeling acting thing. You gotta embody the characters that you want to check in with, if you will, to show them that respect that any person would have. You know, create that world for them. Become the friend of a friend of a friend, observing the lake and the water within whatever character you're embodying, you know? And I think once again, Type C personalities do very well with this, because they can just sort of disregard how they actually feel or what's inside of their head to, you know, jump into somebody else's. It's quite sweet, but very bittersweet to realize it's so late on in life. Like, once again, if you've watched the version 4 points, Oh, is it 4.3 or 4.4? I don't know. But if you're caught up to the version 4 playlist, man, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just really do feel like I was in cryo sleep for a long time. Like I don't know why everybody just like feels so comfortable lying to each other. And of course it's like, oh, it's lies of omission, we're just, you know, whatever, but yeah, it's kind of screwed up. How it's just like, are we really protecting these people? Am I really, you know, doing the good thing, fighting the good fight? I ask that a lot. I really do. I ponder it. I have no idea, but you know, I will do whatever it takes to maintain my and my family's safety, you know, and then that's about it. You know, we're trying to stay sustainable and all this bullshit. And yeah, the internet is a very weird place. I will say that. That's the one thing that is so certain in my mind. It's very weird and it's not going to get less weird, I'll tell you that. But once again, our last one is to get out our feelings. You guys know I tried to keep the feelings far away from the channel. I tried to keep the funny truther atmosphere here at all times. And it kind of works sometimes, I don't know. But whatever the case, I would like to have a certain like level of respect for anybody who has the capacity to, you know, hold on to knowledge of things I say here. You know, as far as thinking in the future and thinking of the past, and you know, all this crazy nonsense that we go through. I think the true dangerousness of us is the fact that we can look back on it and be like, yeah, this is just whatever, you know. We're out of our feelings about anything that may be good or bad or whatever. It's just an opinion piece. It's just a reality of what the internet makes us feel at the time. It's not that serious. It's a phase. If this has to delete, if I have to remove myself, whatever happens, we've had the time, and the time was good, right? So here's where it starts. At first you can just hit him, right? And now he changes, so we realize we have to switch to, it says immune to all spells. We realize we have to switch to our sword fighter dude. Slice and dice him up a little bit. We give him the spirit release. And this is the thing, guys, just like depending on which groups, I don't know why people are like this, because I'm definitely not necessarily like this, but you know, depending on what groups you're adhering to, you really do have to like capitulate a little bit. You got to be like, okay, so you guys don't like this, so I will, you know, I will speak to you in this way. And if it's just not in your nature to do that, well, then it's just not in your nature to do that, and then you don't need to try to associate. You know, it's honestly just gonna hurt you both in ways that are unnecessary. That is a sad fact of life, man. Some people aren't built. You know, it's just like Pokemon. You know, you can't bring a dragon type into a fight with a fairy. You know, you gotta let the dragons go over there and be dragons. You know, and take out your I don't know what type is good against fairies. But you know, we all have different stat attributes that are better for different shit. You know, that's all I'm trying to say. So now he's immune to physical, so we have to switch again. I think we're going with Dan now. Oh, I hit the wrong button for sure. I hit the wrong button for sure, skis. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, that's fine. I'm not even noticing what's happening with him. I'm over here buffing up and everything. Buffing up like a crazy person. So they try to warn you if you're just being an idiot. What's going on here? They're like, hey, you know, let's see if you can figure this one out or whatever. I'm still buffing up, bro. What are you doing? Can you switch to the, bro? What do you? He's not paying attention. He's not paying attention. He's watching some YouTube. He is not paying attention. I'm just making sure I have all my buffs on. And you really don't have to do this, guys. He does so low of damage to you, even at level 100. I don't think I have good equipment either. I really don't. The bombs do a lot of damage. I will admit that. The bombs will kind of get you, but yeah, here we go. So I finally summoned Klashimi for her to heal me. Not even for the damn jewel. It's for specifically for her to heal me. Oh boy. I mean, I'm super buffing right now. I'm buffing so hard. I'm buffing so hard. I'm buffing so hard, chat. Yeah, but that's the thing about this boss. You really can just kind of blitzkrieg it. Kind of just go ham on the attacking guys. Unlike me, I just like to stall a lot. I'm Joseph Stalin over here. I don't know why I decided to do that when I really thought it would work. That is a skill, not a spell. Oh my goodness. He's still doing it. He's still buffing. Definitely not protected enough. Definitely need more protection, right? I agree. I agree. I'm so critical of myself at this fight right now. This is hilarious. It could have gone better. I will admit, it could have gone better. Here we go. Summon Dan, please. Okay, thank God. Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't even think Koshimi can hit him. That's kind of crazy. I thought she did spells. Am I insane? I really thought she did spells. So I don't know why that was missing as well. But Dan definitely does the trick. That is definitely who you should summon for this part of the fight if you weren't already explicitly aware, if I didn't already explain that. And it looks like he needs like one more hit on it. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay, there we go. So now we just start smacking him. If I want to, yes, don't buff. Please hit him. I think we might be close to killing him now. He's gonna go back to his gloomy boom. His gloomy boom. Hop up. Oh, we're dead. We're good. Okay. And that is that. So, like I said, guys, to wrap things up here. Becoming a dangerous druid, the level 100 quest, it's not very hard. And I'd say this is probably your most important one. For druid-wise. Once you get to a level 100 spirit, it's really not too necessary to do the other two ones. They are very helpful. Not super necessary, though. You do at least want to like a level 100 spirit, though. For sure. And all you need to do this in real life is to start saying no, be capable of violence, be a great speaker, and of course, get out of your feelings. All of these in aid of consistency, commitment to discipline, and of course progression. You know, just getting better and better slowly every day. A lot of people are going to, of course, ask you to do things. You gotta say no, or they're gonna pull you off your path. They're gonna violently approach you and try to take what they think is probably theirs. You know, they'll try to destiny swap with your ass. It don't work like that, baby. It don't work like that, baby. But we out here. We're making things happen. We're creating beautiful connections and flowing with the breeze. And of course, we are getting out of our feelings, guys. Like, I mean, how could I be in feelings? I have zero feelings. I am a feelingless Koopa wizard creature. You dig? And we got both our talismans, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade the spirits. Once again, when you complete this quest, you just get more powerful spirit up to level 100 right there with you, baby. And we will do the next two ones. I don't believe they get too many more moves. I might show off what moves they have in a screenshot or in a future episode. But I'll definitely show off the completed moves list at level 120, because you know we gon' do all these quests, baby! And we'll get better and better as we do it, you know? I could say, oh, I don't know if the next video is gonna be good, guys. I know it's gonna be great! It's gonna be great! So great that I had to turn into a fucking wombat there. What the hell? I don't know what that accent was, but whatever happens, I'm gonna get him another coffee because I'm dying of energy. Dying of energy. And I love you. I appreciate you guys. Please, please, please drop a sub if you love. Don't if you don't. And I will see you next time.